I'd been having a slow week and I decided to call my older expires to do a deep dive and see if I could shake the tree and make something happen. I called one particular lead. This expired had met with my client team when they expired off the market 2 years ago, but they never relisted the property for sale. So I've always kind of had them in the back of my mind. Since that time, I've sent them market updates, but I never get any read receipts on the emails. I sent maybe 1 or 2 personal emails, never got a reply, and have called a couple times and nothing has ever come of it. So when I called yesterday, I was prepared to get her voicemail, but she picked up the phone. I was like, oh, great. I was like, do you remember who I am? And I identified myself and she's like, oh yeah, I do. I said, well, I'm just checking in to see if you need anything. If you're curious about recent market activity, I'd love to reconnect you with my team. She's like, yeah, I'm interested. I said, well, great. And this particular seller has a property that she rents out. So my first question was, do you still have tenants in the property? She told me no. And I was like, okay, wonderful. Now she's motivated. This could be the time that she's ready to relist. So I scheduled the appointment and my team is going to meet with her for the second time tomorrow. So I was like, yay, a victory. So I was excited because it had been a slow week. And I was feeling like really confident. I'm like, okay, let me call this other lead that my team had not met with, but I felt really good about. This particular seller I had spoken to just under 2 years. And when I connected with her, she was in the nail salon. This is in my notes in Mojo. And I remember her saying, you know, she's super sweet, super receptive. She told me that if they had sold that time when they were on the market, the plan was to buy another home in the same market. I was like, great, this could be a double transaction. So I got her email address. She was open to receiving market updates and I sent her several since that conversation. I would occasionally get read receipts. I think I sent her 1 or 2 personal emails. I called this woman from the nail salon. The line picked up and then it dropped. And I was like, I think she just hung up on me because it didn't go to voicemail. It was pick up, hang up. And I was like, okay, I'm feeling a tinge of rejection, but I programmed myself to call back and just attribute it to a technical error. So I called back again, pick up, hang up. I'm like, okay, darn it, she is hanging up on me. She is rejecting me. Unless she's got a small child who's playing with the red and green buttons on the phone, right? You know, she's hanging up on me. I'm getting rejected right here. I'm like, doesn't she remember our great conversation when she was in the nail salon like 2 years ago? Doesn't she remember that? I was kind of bummed in that moment. I told myself, you've got this other victory that just happened, you know, within a 10-minute call span. Let's celebrate that and let's not focus on that. And I reminded myself the importance of having a strong pipeline. Volume equals victory. The more people you're dialing every day, the less you're going to focus on people hanging up on you or rejecting you. It's just not going to matter. This should reinforce to you all the need to be very disciplined with your cold calling. Like going to the gym, you're not going to see results after a week or 2. It's going to take months of going to the gym to get those results that you want. It's the same thing with cold calling. You've got to block off time on your calendar to get those dials in. And when you don't think anything is happening, things are really happening. You just got to be patient and persistent because a good pipeline is going to protect you from feeling rejected from these people hanging up on you or just ignoring you. It happens. It's part of this job. But if we can just convert a very small percentage of our dials, we're going to be very successful. You can do this. So I was feeling this rejection yesterday and I was like, you know, let me make a video about volume equals victory. The more you dial, the more victorious you're going to be. Keep on dialing.